Hello everyone, I welcome you all again in this video series in which we are discussing about the machining processes. And in the last lecture, we have discussed about the economics of the metal cutting or the machinings. So in that, basically, we have discussed about the economical life of the tool with respect to the optimum velocity. Okay, and two cases that we considered for that we optimized this cutting velocity of the tool life. That is, first one was the minimum production cost. Okay, means with respect to the minimum production cost, we are optimizing the parameters. And second, that was we discussed that was like maximum production rate. Okay, so in the both the cases, we derived the formula of the optimum velocity using the different types of the cost, machining cost, tooling cost, okay, and tool changing time. In the today's lecture, lecture 12, we are going to start a new unit that is based on the different types of the machining tools or the general purpose machining, we can say, or in other words, we can also say that the conventional machining. Okay, so in the conventional machining, basically, we are starting with the first, that is the lathe. Okay, or generally in some of the book it's mentioned that lathe is not a machine, it is basically a machine tool. Okay, because it's this is the machine on which basically tools can also be produced. Okay, so this is and operations can be performed, different types of the operation can be performed. Okay, for that we are using the different machining operations like drilling or reaming, boring. Okay, so that can be conducted on this machine also. So we are going to start this lathe machine and we'll finish it today itself in the today's lecture. So we are just covering the basic theory part, which is really required. We are not going to the neutral basic one, basically, which is generally जो आप लोग those who are completed मतलब जो आप लोगों ने वर्कशॉप में पढ़ लिया है, that we are not covering that part. Okay, so we are going beyond that, and later on we'll see the operations, that what type of operation can be conducted on the lathe machine, and some of the calculation that we'll study. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first of all, I just want to brief you about the lathe. So this is the only thing that is required for the briefing. Okay, so this is the bed. First of all, this is the bed. Okay, in between there is a gap is there. Okay, and this bed, on this bed, basically there is a this portion is there. Okay, first this portion. So on this portion we call this as a cross slide. Okay, so why we are calling it cross slide? Because cross means bed is like that, and this cross is like this pose, this section is like that. Okay, so perpendicular to that, and slide because it can move, means whatever this portion which is mounted over this cross slide, that can move over that can slide over that. Okay, so that's why we are calling that as a cross slide. Okay, and on this cross slide there is this disc is there, a circular disc is there, and on that circular disc there are different types of the marking is there, so that whatever the angle that is required to set for the different operations we can set accordingly. So over this disc, this circular disc, there is a compound slide is there. Okay, so this compound slide generally, this right now, this is the position of the taper turning. Okay, so this, as I said, that this is the screw. Okay, through which this compound slide is mounted over this disc. Okay, so when you will open it, you can set this to this angle accordingly. Okay, now this is basically the straight direction is of this bed is like that, and this compound slide is in this direction. So we can say that with respect to the horizontal, it has some angle. So as I said, that we are doing taper turning in this slide. Okay, this picture. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल के इसमें जो अपना कंपाउंड स्लाइड है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू कैन रोटेट दिस वन. Okay, using this angles which is mounted over here, and through this, basically through this we can provide the feed in this direction. Okay, so it can also reciprocate over this cross slide. Okay, or on this portion, because it is fixed. Now inside there is some connection is there, so it can move over here. Okay, so this cross compound slide can do two types of the motion. First is as it is as it is attached with this disc, so it can rotate. Okay, Second one, it can reciprocate. Okay, so as you can see, this is the tool. Okay, now this over this compound slide, there's a tool post. Okay, so on this tool post, basically this tool holder is there. Okay, this section, and in which this single point cutting tool is mounted. So this is also the back side of the single point cutting tool, and this is the front side. Okay, in which side this is basically the end cutting edges and side cutting edges are there. Okay, so this is about the tool and this section. Now this is basically the chuck we are saying. Okay, so there are two types of the chuck. First is 3-jar chuck. Okay, and 4-jar chuck is also there. Okay, the difference is like in the 3-jar chuck, basically all the three jars are movement of these all the three jars is together. Okay, and in the 4-jar, basically it is different. Means individually we have to set. Like if we are setting this one, this is the shaft. Okay, and we are setting like this 3-jar chuck, so it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this, and in the 4-jar chuck it will be like this. So means if we want to make some offset conditions, or if we want to say set some irregular shape, so for that we can use this 4-jar chucks. Okay, so that will be easy for to holding the irregular shape. Okay, and backside to that there is a spindle is connected. Different types of the gear is connected with spindle is connected first, then with respect to that different types of the gears is connected. Okay, through which the power transmission is occur, and with respect to the different rotational speed or rpm we can say. Okay, now over this side, the front side of this one is this is basically the section which is mounted on this part. So we are calling it as a tailstock. Okay, now this tailstock is just like either we can make generally what we are doing is we are making this centric. Basically we are whatever the shaft we are mounting over the chuck. Okay, in the maximum processes we are just using this tailstock to for the centering purpose. Okay, apart from that, like you can see in this image that a drill bit is mounted over this tailstock. So in the drilling operation is what basically in the if we are talking about the drilling machine, then in drilling machine this drill bit is mounted vertically over below that we are keeping a workpiece. Okay, and this drill bit is what rotating. It is rotating, and we are inserting this drill bit inside this workpiece surface. But here also we can do the drilling, reaming, boring. Okay, but the difference is here the tool will not rotate. Tool will be stationary and the workpiece will rotate. Okay, because now you can see that this is a chuck, and over this whatever the shaft is mounted, that will rotate. So if we are like inserting this one inside, like any one of them is motion is required. Okay, this circular movement is required. So when this is stationary, this is rotating, so this we can manage the removal of the chips or the material which is removed, that can be manageable. Okay, so this can be done, drilling can be done on this portion as well by the mounting the bit on the tailstock. Okay, apart from that, this you can see that this is the lead screw basically, this portion. Okay, this one is completely black, so maybe it's not visible. So this is the lead screw, and this lead screw we are using when we are going for the threading. Okay, if we want to make the threads, that time we are using this lead screw. Otherwise this portion of this side, this lead screw is continue below this over that apron is mounted. Okay, apron or pro slide we can say. So is if we are providing this there is a like in the lathe, some of the lathes this automatic option is also available. So when this spindle is rotating, this spindle with the gear system is connected with this lead screw as well. So that is all the time it is rotating by the threading only. Means जब हम threading करते हैं तभी हम इसको, there is a half nut is there. Okay, so through this half nut we are just hold this lead screw, so that sorry, this cross slide along with the compound slide and the tool post will move अकॉर्डिंगली. मीन्स जो हमारा थ्रेड्स होते हैं, लाइक उसमें कुछ थ्रेड्स जब भी बनाते हैं तो हम पिच इज द मेन पैरामीटर. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट पिच वी आर सेटिंग ओवर हियर एंड वी आर माउंट फिक्सिंग दिस हाफ नट ओवर दिस लीड स्क्रू. ओके, वो भी हम देख लेंगे अभी. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया आपका बेसिक पार्ट जो लेथ का आपको जरूरत थी. ठीक है, इससे ज्यादा अगर पढ़ना है तो बेटर यू शुड गो फॉर अ बुक And books like अगर आपको theory पढ़ना है, then you can go for the Hazara and Chaudhary. And if you are interested in the some of the numerical problems, then P.N. Rao is a very good book. Okay, and you can go for the Kalpak Gyan as well. And I have also using some of the figures from the P.N. Rao in this slide. So okay, so you can go through that. Okay, so let's move to the next one. That is operations that can be performed on the lathe machine. Okay, so by to operate different types of the operations, we have a different types of the tool as well. Okay, and some of the times, like many operations can be conducted with a single point cutting tool itself. So there is no need to go for the other tools. Okay, so first let's see what are the operations that can be performed and what are the tools that is required for different operations. So first is like this is a single point cutting tool only, and this is a straight turning. Straight turning means this is if this is the shaft, okay. If this is the like initially we are choosing this complete shaft, and this complete shaft you can say, okay. This is a complete shaft is there, and we are holding a single point cutting tool over here, and we are moving in this direction by giving some depth of cut. Okay, now we are giving a feed in this direction, so that will remove the material. So we are calling it as a straight turning. Okay, so basically we can say that we are reducing the diameter overall or throughout the length. Okay, please keep in mind. Taper turning is like there is a specific length is there over that, or sometimes for the throughout the length we have to remove the material in a taper way. Means there is a like this diameter is equivalent to the prismatic bar or whatever the initial diameter was there, that is D1, and finally we have to set D2 diameter. Okay, so taper section we can make on this using the taper turning or using the single point cutting tool only. Okay, profiling is like whatever the profiling that is required accordingly. There are different types of the tool is available, so that we are using. And this tool is like we can provide the motion in this direction and this direction as well. Also we can rotate a little bit over, because half of it's not complete 360-degree angle is required, only from here to here, like more than 270 degree, but not complete 360 is required. So as I said in the last video that through this basically through this we can manage, we can turn to the compound slide, because tool post is mounted over the this compound slide only, so we can manage accordingly. Okay, so this whatever the section that is rotating, we can manage accordingly. Okay, so profiling can be done on this. Turning and external grooving, if this is basically the external grooving, this can be done two ways. First is like if we can first is the single point cutting tool like this. Okay, so now what you will do is if we have to remove this one as a, we have to remove at 90 degree, then this one, this side of the single point cutting tool we will keep like this, and when we will go for this one at 90 degree, we'll keep the side of the single point cutting tool like this. Okay, so it will be like this is a single point cutting tool which is holded over the tool post in this position. When we are going for this one, this will be the position. Okay, for here this will be the position. So turning and external groove can be done like this with the single point cutting tool only. Facing, in the facing basically we are reducing the length of the workpiece. So or we can say that we can keep single point cutting tool initially over here, and now like this we can keep like this, and we are moving towards the center. Okay, so by moving up to here, this complete removal of the material can be done throughout this diameter. Okay, face grooving, if we want to make, like here we were making the turning and the external grooves, similar kind of grooves we can make here as well. Like for that we can use the single point cutting tool as well as the parting tool can be manageable for the face grooving. Okay, form tools that not only these kind of shapes but any random shapes, that like if you want to make the taper turning section, then also can be done. Like we can use this type of the tool, that is parting tool or the form tool we are telling. So this type of the tool is also available at this. This is completely the cutting edge of this tool, this form tool. So that will remove the material from this one specific length, or we can rotate, reciprocate this one in this at some angle at the turning is required. Okay, so that can also be form can also be whatever the form that is required. that can be done accordingly. The tool is required. Okay. Next, we can go for the boring or the internal grooving. So boring tools can be used, or reaming can also be done. Okay, so drilling we have already seen. Cutting off, like similar, what we are doing is external grooving, but here whatever the thickness is required, if this thickness is very small, then according to that the tool is available in the market, so we can use that and we can remove the material. By the way, single same type of the tool, we are also calling it as a parting tool, so this type of the tool can we can use in this one as well. Okay, this one, to remove this material. Okay, so that will be easy as comparatively with the single point cutting tool if we are using this one. Okay, next is the threading. Single point cutting tool is only required, and as I said in the beginning that there's the lead screw is there and half nut, we just have to fix this half nut over this lead screw, and accordingly this compound slide is moving. Okay, to which is basically a single point cutting tool is also mounted on the tool post, so we have to keep the rotation accordingly. Okay, so apart from that there is a knurling. Knurling is like this type, means some of the times, like we if we have to hold this portion, so what we are doing is this type of the sections can be formed over this surface. So this surface we are calling, basically it will be easy to hold the tool. So like not the tool but the workpiece, so there is this kind of things is available, which is like any which is this is basically the tool holder, and this is basically the tool. Okay, so in between there is a shaft is there. Over that shaft a circular section is mounted of high speed steel, and when we are holding like this, basically, okay, this is also have these kind of shapes. So when we are keeping like this, it will basically, this is also rotating and this is also rotating. Okay, so both are rotating and we are giving feed to this tool, so accordingly the knurling is done over the workpiece surface. Okay, so these are the operations. Apart from this also many operations can be done on the lathe machines, okay, using different kind of the tools. Okay, next is the turning. Turning, basically we have seen many times, and from past 2 units we are covering this turning only. So this is just I'm briefing you, not I'm taking too much time. This like this is the shaft of capital D1 diameter initially, and finally we have to do the D2 diameter. So initially we are keeping this depth of cut. Okay, so this is basically the machine surface, this is work surface, and this is the workpiece, and this is the transient surface, which is the material is recently removed from that. Okay, this is the chip which is coming out from this workpiece material. Okay, this is the tool, single point cutting tool, and this is the rake face. Okay, this is the side cutting edge, this is the end cutting edge. Okay, we are keeping the feed in this direction. Okay, and the rotational of this primary motion will be in like this direction. Okay, so what is important here is like first of all, like if the depth of cut is given to you, and if it is not given to you and diameter is given to you, that initially you have d1 diameter and finally the diameter will be d2, so you can get the value of this small d, that is a depth of cut, and this will be d1 minus d2 by 2. Okay, so this will be the diameter. Apart from this, like if we are keeping the single point cutting tool over here and we are moving up to here, so like this is basically the approach. Okay, so we are keeping some approach over here and we are keeping some over travel, means that will give the complete good finishing to the workpiece, and if this workpiece has L length, so we can get the value of time over here, that time will be A plus L plus O upon F into N. Okay, because this is the time calculation. F is basically the feet. Here all of you are aware about that feet we are calculating in the mm per revolution. Okay, and n is basically the rotational speed, rpm. Okay, now we can get the value of this is from this cutting speed. So this cutting speed will be equals to v into pi dn. So there are two d, so we'll get which d we have to keep first. Okay, because cutting speed we are managing according to the first one, so pi d1 into upon 60 or 1000, you can say whatever, we are keeping this meter per minute. Okay, so this is 1000. Okay, so this is the cutting speed. Now we can get the value of mrr as well, material removal rate. So material removal rate is what, how much amount of the area that is reduced into the actual feed. Okay, now this area means initial area will be pi by 4 into d1 square final area will be the minus of what area will be there, means what area is removed, what area will be available. If d1 d2 will be the diameter at the end, then the area will be pi by 4 into d2 square. तो कितना amount of the area that has been removed or that has been become scrapped, so that will be equals to area, that is pi by 4 into d1 square minus d2 square, ठीक है, into f into n, ठीक है. सो दिस विल बी बेसिकली द मटेरियल रिमूवल रेट. नाउ थोड़ा सा इसको मॉडिफाई करें तो हम ऐसा लिख सकते हैं, दैट इज पाई बाय 2 इंटू डी वन प्लस d2 इंटू d1 माइनस d2 बाई 2. सो इसको 2 को यहाँ पे लिख दीजिए, दैट इज f इंटू n. सो ये क्या है आपका d1 माइनस d2 बाई 2, दैट इज बेसिकली द डेप्थ ऑफ कट. ओके, एंड d1 प्लस d2 बाई 2, इसको मैं d एवरेज लिख सकता हूँ क्या, डायमीटर का एवरेज. सो दिस विल बी MRR will be equals to pi into d average into small d into f into n. ये एक नया फॉर्मूला आ गया, ठीक है. मान लीजिए कि यहाँ पे अगर कुछ आपको d1 d2 ना दिया हो, then we can use this formula. ओके, ठीक है. चलिए नेक्स्ट इज द टेपर टर्निंग. टेपर टर्निंग इसलिए थोड़ा जरूरी है बिकॉज एज आई सेड लाइक इन द बिगिनिंग, लाइक दिस वन, लाइक वी आर रोटेटिंग दिस वन. अगर टर्निंग हमें करना होता है तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि सिंपल सा एक कंपाउंड स्लाइड को हम हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन में, इस डायरेक्शन में रोटेट करते हैं, ठीक है, रेसिप्रोकेट करते हैं. बट टेपर टर्निंग हमें करनी है, देन व्हाट एंगल इज रिक्वायर्ड, जैसा मैंने यहाँ पे आपको बताया कि लाइक दिस इज द हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वी आर कीपिंग सम दिस इंक्लिनेशन एंगल, सो दिस इज बेसिकली द अल्फा. सो इफ this is basically defining that how much taper we have to go for. Okay, so in case of taper turning, what we are doing is, this is basically the cross slide. Okay, this is the cross slide. Over that, this is the compound slide. Okay, and यहाँ पे आपका tool post है जिसमें आपने का tool mounted है. Now we have rotated this one. So we have rotated like this is we can say that initially this was like this, and right now it is in this position. So this is basically the alpha. If this is alpha, then we can say that this taper turning, when we are doing it, then we are getting this angle. So this will be the alpha because both will be same. Now how to calculate this one, that initial final diameter is small d and initial diameter is capital D. So what we can do is this is like this portion, we can get the value of this one, that is d capital D by 2. This portion will be small d by 2. Okay, and this is the alpha. If this is the alpha, then we have this value and we have this value. Okay, so this is basically the small l, and this value means this complete value will be d by 2 and this value is small d by 2. So this value will be capital D minus small d by 2. Okay, so and this will be 10 alpha, sorry alpha. So alpha, this is given, perpendicular and base is given to you. So this will be 10 alpha will be equals to perpendicular, that is d1 minus d by 2, okay, upon l. So we can just modify it a little bit, that is 10 alpha will be equals to capital D minus small d by 2l. So from this we can get the value of alpha. So that will be equals to 10 inverse capital D minus small d by 2 into L. Okay, so this will be the relationship, means this will be the angle that much we have to make the taper. Okay, और यही एंगल जो है हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं कि हमें कितना रिड्यूस करना है, कितना टेपर हमें करना है, इनिशियली हम कितना डायमीटर है, फाइनली हमें कितना बनाना है, एंड कितनी डेप्थ ऑफ कट सिंगल पास में हमें देनी है. ओके, सो दैट एंगल वी आर फर्स्ट calculating before going for the taper turning. Okay, so this is the angle. Let's move to the next point, threading. Okay, threading is as I said that threading के लिए क्या है कि ये हमारे पास हाफ नट है. ठीक है, हाफ नट को क्या करना पड़ता है कि हमें, देखिए जब सिंपल अगर हमारा मोशन होता है लाइक टेपर टर्निंग कर रहे हैं या फिर फेसिंग कर रहे हैं या फिर टर्निंग कर रहे हैं या फिर किसी तरह का कोई दूसरा ऑपरेशन कर रहे हैं, तो हमें हाफ नट को लॉक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. बेसिकली हम हाफ नट को लॉक करके क्या कर रहे हैं कि लीड स्क्रू को, या फिर लीड स्क्रू पे जब half nut को low कर रहे हैं, that time this compound slide or this carriage is moving with the same velocity with जिस रोटेशनल स्पीड से आपकी लीड स्क्रू मूव कर रही है, ठीक है। क्योंकि आपका ये वाला जो पोर्शन है कैरिज जो है, ये किसके ऊपर माउंटेड है, ये लीड स्क्रू के ऊपर माउंटेड है। अब लीड स्क्रू का जो आपका पिच है वो कितना है, कैपिटल एल है, ठीक है। मान लीजिए कि लीड स्क्रू जो ये आपके डिफरेंट गियर्स, आपका कनेक्शन गियर कनेक्शन जो बैक साइड में रहता है आपका गियर बॉक्स में, तो ये आपका कनेक्शन है, ये आपका स्पिंडल है, ठीक है। अब ये स्पिंडल के ऊपर आपकी शाफ्ट माउंटेड है यहाँ पे, और इस शाफ्ट में क्या करना है कि ये बेसिकली टेलस्टोक है जिससे हमने सेंट्रिक कर लिया है। नाउ दिस इज सिंगल पॉइंट कटिंग टूल विच इज माउंटेड ओवर टूल पोस्ट। इससे हमें क्या करना है कि आपका थ्रेड्स बनाने हैं, ठीक है। नाउ देखिए डिफरेंस कहाँ है कि अगर मान लीजिए कि आपका एक सिंगल पॉइंट कटिंग टूल है, ठीक है, मान लीजिए कि ये आपका शाफ्ट है, ठीक है। अगर आपका ये सिंगल पॉइंट कटिंग टूल है, तो अगर मान लीजिए कि मैं रोटेशनल स्पीड इसको रोटेशन दे देता हूं एंड इट इज मूविंग लाइक दिस, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, दिस विल रिमूव द मटेरियल फ्रॉम द वर्कपीस सरफेस, ओके। ये थ्रेड्स नहीं बनाएगा, ये क्या करेगा कि जो थ्रू आउट मशीन है आपका इससे मटेरियल रिमूव करने लगेगा। ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, ऐसा इसलिए हो रहा है कि आपकी जो फीड है और इसकी जो रोटेशनल स्पीड है वो मैच नहीं हो पा रही है। क्योंकि रोटेशनल स्पीड भी क्या होती है आपका रेवोल्यूशन पर मिनट, फीड क्या होता है आपका एमएम पर रेवोल्यूशन, मतलब जो आपका रेवोल्यूशन है और एमएम पर रेवोल्यूशन है वो मैच नहीं हो पा रहा है, ठीक है। अब क्या है कि आपको इसको मैच कराना है। मैच जब करेंगे, मान लीजिए कि अगर ये जितनी स्पीड से रोटेट हो रहा है उतनी ही स्पीड से ये कटिंग स्पीड से अगर ये चल रहा होता है इस डायरेक्शन में, तो मान लीजिए कि देखिए धीरे धीरे अगर ये अगर तेज रोटेशनल स्पीड है इसकी और ये इस डायरेक्शन में मूव हो रहा है, तो ये मान लीजिए कि हर अमाउंट every amount of the material or particle over this surface is in contact is in coming with the contact with this single point cutting tool। तो उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है कि मटेरियल रिमूव हो रहा है। अब मान लीजिए अब आपको करना क्या है, अब इसकी स्पीड के साथ मैच कर दीजिए। अगर आप मैच कर देते हैं तो मान लीजिए कि ये धीरे धीरे रोटेट हो रहा है और उसी स्पीड से आपका इस डायरेक्शन में मोशन हो रहा है, मूवमेंट हो रहा है इसका, ठीक है, मोशन हो रहा है टूल का। तो अगर इस डायरेक्शन में हो रहा है तो क्या होगा कि सारी जगह तो कांटेक्ट में आएगा नहीं, मतलब एक अगर क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया कंसिडर करते हैं, मान लीजिए कोई एक क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया कंसिडर करते हैं, तो थ्रू आउट क्योंकि स्पीड कम है तो ये क्या होगा, जितने में पूरा ये रोटेट होके आएगा जब तक ये टूल यहाँ पे आ चुका होगा। तो इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है कि जो पोर्शन कांटेक्ट में आ रहा है वहीं से मटेरियल सिर्फ क्या हो रहा है, रिमूव हो रहा है। तो वो क्या बना रहा है, वो मटेरियल रिमूव ना करके उन्हीं पोर्शन से मटेरियल रिमूव कर रहा है जहां पर रिक्वायरमेंट है और जो आपने थ्रेड को सेट किया है इस तरह से, ठीक है। और ये रोटेट तो आपका हो ही रहा है। तो देखिए अगर मान लीजिए कि आपका ये जो अब नंबर ऑफ टीथ्स आपको बनाना है या फिर पिच सेट करना है, तो वो किस तरह से होगा कि मान लीजिए आपका लीड स्क्रू है और इसकी जो रोटेशनल स्पीड है हम वो एनएल मान लेते हैं, क्योंकि आपका ये डिफरेंट number of teeth is set there, and if the number of teeth are different so the rotational speed will also be changed। तो अगर मान लेते हैं कि आपका जो इसका पिच है दैट इज एल लीड स्क्रू का, जो रोटेशनल स्पीड है दैट इज एनएल, एंड जो नंबर ऑफ टीथ है इसमें दैट इज जेडएल कंसीडर कर लीजिए आप। और आपका जो पिच आपको बनाना है ऑन द जो जहां पे भी आपको थ्रेड्स बनाना है ऑन द वर्क पीस, सो वी आर सेइंग दैट दिस इज बेसिकली द थ्रेड, क्योंकि दोनों के बीच की डिस्टेंस पीक टू पीक, सो दिस इज बेसिकली द पिच, ओके। एंड कितने थ्रेड्स बनाने हैं वो हम कंसिडर कर लेते हैं, दैट इज आपका ये स्क्रू है सो दैट इज जेड कंसिडर कर लेते हैं, और इसकी जो रोटेशनल स्पीड है दैट इज एन एस, ठीक है। तो ये जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है एंड ये जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है दैट इज लाइक P into ZS into NS will be equals to क्योंकि क्या है कि आपका ये रोटेशन है NL into ZL, ठीक है। तो ये दोनों क्या होगा, इक्वल होगा, ठीक है। देखिए बेसिकली क्या है आपका ये जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है दैट कम्स इन द mm, ठीक है। जो लीड स्क्रू है एक रेसिप्रोकेटिंग मोशन से ही मिलेगा आपको, सो दैट विल बी इन mm, that is number of teeth, this is per revolution means rpm revolution per minute, so this will be like you can say that mm per minute we can say, and this is also lead screw that is in mm, that is basically the pitch, okay। This is the rotational speed, so that is in rpm. That is the number of teeth again, so that is again mm/minute. So whatever the velocity of that you are getting at the lead screw, the same velocity you have to maintain of this screw, okay, or the workpiece that you can say. So that speed will be equal of both, like the workpiece and the lead screw. If it is same, then you will get the value, you will get the threads, okay. And so that's why I said कि अगर आप इसकी स्पीड को सेट सेम कर देते हैं, that time you will get the threads of whatever the pitch that is required to you, okay. So this is basically the concept of the threading in the lathe machine, okay. So when we are making it, so please keep in mind this concept. Next is the number of spindle. Okay, so this is the last portion. No need to worry. Number of the spindle speed. So this portion is basically having in the gear box. जो हमारा gear box होता है उसमें basically there are number of spindles, because आप इससे भी देख सकते हैं कि देखिए स्पिंडल तो एक ही है, बट जो गियर माउंटेड है उनसे, ठीक है, एक गियर से दूसरे गियर पे बेसिकली क्या हो रही है, पावर ट्रांसमिशन कर रहे हैं, तो डिफरेंट गियर्स आर देयर। एंड आप कोई भी लेथ मशीन देखेंगे आपको 5 to 6 आरपीएम तो एटलीस्ट चेंजेबल मिल ही जाएंगे, ठीक है, छोटी से छोटी मशीन में भी मिल जाएंगे। तो अगर मान लीजिए ये जो स्पिंडल स्पीड की बात हो रही है, ये बेसिकली गियर स्पीड की बात है, ठीक है। तो अगर मान लेते हैं कि देयर आर नंबर ऑफ बड़ी मशीन्स जो होती हैं, जो सीएनसी होती हैं, या फिर जो हेवी मशीनरी में जो यूज आती है, ठीक है, उसमें देर आर छोटी मशीन जो होती है उसमें तो 3 से 4 या 5 ही स्पिंडल रहते हैं या गियर्स रहते हैं, बट जो बड़ी हेवी मशीनरी है उसमें काफी ज्यादा गियर लगे रहते हैं, आपके माउंटेड होते हैं। So what we are doing is we are just keeping having this value, that is n1 is basically the minimum value of the rotational speed, okay, of this rpm, and n2 n3 and it will sorry n3, and it will be varying like this, okay. So n maximum. Now अब इसको क्या कर रहा हूं मैं कि इसको इस तरह से लिख रहा हूं कि n1 is the minimum rpm, second n2 rpm will be n1 into r, second will be n1 into r square, third one, this is third, fourth one will be n1 into r cube, and it will be like this, and final will be n1 into r to the power n minus 1. So we can say that minimum rotational speed will be sorry, minimum rpm will be equals to n1, and the maximum rpm will be equals to this will be equals to n1 into r raised to n minus 1. What is this r is? R is basically the step ratio, okay. And this step ratio can be calculated by the n maximum upon n minimum, okay, upon raised to n minus 1. So this is basically the way through which we can calculate this step ratio. Basically why we are calculating this value is there sometimes minimum value of rpm is given to you, and the step ratio is given to you, that is maximum by minimum, and this overall value is given to you, so this will be obviously greater than 1. So if this value is given to you, then they may be asked that when the rpm please get the value of rpm of the third gear or second gear or final gear maximum rotational speed. So for that we can use this concept, okay. So this is basically like if you will see this equation, then you can see that this is nothing but this is the geometric progression, okay. So gp, so sometimes question has been asked in the engineering services objective examination that number of spindle speeds carrying in the lathe machine is in the arithmetic progression gp hp what is, so it will be in gp, okay. So please keep in mind. Okay, so last we are discussing the problem, and then we'll end this portion and end this video. So first is what the value is given to you, that is a 150 mm long, 12 mm diameter, 304 stainless steel rod. What is this 304? It is basically the category of this stainless steel rod, okay, stainless steel. So don't worry that what is this given. So 150 mm long and 12 mm diameter 304 stainless steel rod is given to you, is being reduced to diameter that is 11.5. मतलब initially आपका जो diameter है D1 मान लेते हैं हम इसको, that is 12 mm, and final जो है that is D2 मान लेते हैं. So यहाँ से आपका depth of cut निकल सकता है, that is D1 minus D2 by 2, okay. So this will be like 12 minus 11.5 by 2, so that will be 0.5 by 2, so, and this will be 0.25, okay. बाय द वे मैंने क्यों किया मुझे नहीं पता है, क्योंकि विल सी द न्यूमेरिकल दैट वेदर दिस थिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड और नॉट। सो जस्ट लाइक एक हैबिट होती है कि लाइक व्हाटएवर द डेटा इज गिवन टू यू, जो बेसिक टर्मिनोलॉजी दिमाग में आती है वो कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए। ओके, सो बाय टर्निंग ऑन अ लेथ मशीन, टर्निंग हो रही है, ठीक है, स्पिंडल स्पीड जो है दैट इज that rotates at 400 rpm, and the tool is traveling at an axial speed of 200 mm per minute. Okay, the time taken for the cutting is given by, so okay, time taken हमें calculate करना है, so time taken is calculated by the a plus l plus o upon f into n. Okay, so a plus o तो आपको given नहीं है तो आप हटा ही दीजिए उसको, so this will become l by f into n, ठीक है। now f that is feed is feed and n is the rotational speed। feed आपको given नहीं है, rotational speed आपको given है, l that is length भी given है, but f आपको given नहीं है। देखिए f आपको given नहीं है, लेकिन ये जो आपको given है this value that is basically the actual speed। देखिए एक्चुअल स्पीड क्या होती है कि अगर मान लीजिए कि आप इसको कंसिडर करते हैं कि ये कटिंग स्पीड है, तो कटिंग स्पीड क्या होती है आपकी v इक्वल्स टू पाई इंटू d1 इंटू n, ठीक है, अपॉन 10⁻³ अगर mm में है तो, ठीक है, तो दैट विल बी इन लाइक दिस। तो अगर मान लीजिए कि आपको यहाँ पे d भी गिवन है n भी गिवन है, तो आप इसको कैलकुलेट करके देखिए क्या वो वैल्यू आपको मिलती है, ठीक है, क्या ये वैल्यू अगर आप इसको मानते हैं कि ये आपकी कटिंग स्पीड है, एक्चुअल स्पीड जो गिवन है दैट इज कटिंग स्पीड, तो क्या ये इक्वल आनी, ऑब्वियसली इक्वल आनी चाहिए, तो इसको कैलकुलेट करके देख लीजिए यहाँ से। तो फर्स्ट पाई इंटू d1 दैट इज 12 इंटू n, रोटेशनल स्पीड कितना है आपका 400 बाई 1000, ठीक है। तो इसको जब कैलकुलेट करेंगे, सो मैं कैलकुलेट कर लेता हूँ, this will be pi into 12 into 4 divided by 10, so what value is I am getting, that is 15 point something, 15.07 meter per minute। so what we have actually, this is the cutting speed and this is actual speed is given that is 200 mm per minute। इसका मतलब क्या है कि, और ऑब्वियसली अगर आप इसको मीटर में भी mm में भी रखेंगे तो दिस विल बी लाइक 15, okay, 15,000 mm per minute। okay, this is quite high। okay, then this value, तो इसका मतलब क्या है, दोनों इक्वल तो नहीं है, इसका मतलब ये कटिंग स्पीड ना होके आपका क्या है, एक्चुअल फीड है, एक्चुअल फीड इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय f डैश एंड दैट विल बी इक्वल्स टू f बाय n, ठीक है। सो दिस इज बेसिकली f बाय n। तो यहाँ से क्या है कि आप f की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, सो दिस विल बी f डैश इनटू, sorry, this is f, you can get the, this is the value of f dash, and from this you can get the value of f, so that will be equals to f dash by n, ठीक है। तो f की वैल्यू अगर आप यहाँ पे लिखते हैं, so this will be like t will be equals to l by f, that is f dash upon n into n, so this will be n will be cancel out, this will become l, total l कितना है आपका 150 mm, so this will be 150 अपॉन f डैश की वैल्यू कितनी है 200 mm। देखिए ये भी mm में है आपका और ये भी किस में है, mm पर मिनट में, ठीक है। तो दिस विल बी कैंसिल आउट, दिस व्हाट विल बी द रिमेनिंग 3/4 minutes। okay, so or 0.75 you can say, that will be in minutes, but okay, question answer will be in seconds, this 1 minute is not answer, so rest answers is in seconds, so you can just this will 0.75 minutes, so you can just multiply 0.75 into 60, so you will get 45 seconds। okay, so 45 seconds, okay, so the option will be D। okay, so these are the maximum figure that I have taken in this video, that is from the reference, that is P.N. Rao book। so this is a wonderful book, you can also go for the numerical problems as well as for the theory part, and thank you so much guys for joining this lecture, see you soon।